For today's Orange to Blue Belt class, we have a bunch of things we're going to be going over. One, we're going to be wrapping up our discussions on generosity for the month. Very important concept for kind of bringing some happiness and joy to people that we really care about. We're going to be doing a little bit of work on our kicks in terms of refining our control, right? Which is a very important part of being an effective striker and becoming a black belt someday. You have to demonstrate power under control. We'll be working on the control side of things today. Right, we'll also do a little bit of time to review our form, and then I'm going to do a little bit of like a physical fitness challenge we like to do with our students as they prepare for black belt. So lots to cover. Let's get started with some warm-ups, and we'll take it from there. All right, before we get started with most of the class, we're going to do our warm-ups, right? Warm-ups are important to keep our body healthy and strong, right? So this is going to be a 4-part warm-up. Every move that we're doing, we're going to do for about 30 seconds. Right, so we're going to start off in a fighting stance. We're going to have one leg in front, one leg in back. It really doesn't matter which one it is. Right, you're going to be doing a lead hook and then a backhand cross. Right, now the big thing that we're looking for as you do this is that you're turning your feet. Right, it doesn't have to extend your arm fully, right, but we want to turn our body, start to warm up our core and our legs. My feet are turning. You can hopefully see that. Right, my shoulders are turning. My hips are turning. Right, the one thing that's not turning really is my head. I try to keep that straight. Forward. Other things to think about is, basic stuff like keeping your hands up, right? But the most important part is the turning to help you get you loosened up, right? So now we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to switch to the other side. 30 seconds, lead hook, backhand cross, lead hook, backhand cross. Now as you're doing a warm-up, it's important to breathe. Get your body used to breathing in, breathing out, right? Raise your body temperature a little bit. That's literally what you're doing when you're doing a warm-up. Gotta raise that body temperature a little bit. In and out, in and out. Almost done with this part of the warm-up. Got 2 more after this. Okay, next part of the warm-up, we're going to do some crawl-outs, right? I'm gonna cut in some different views of this, but basically all you're gonna do is you're gonna squat down, you're gonna crawl out to a push-up position, you do 1 push-up, you crawl yourself back, and you stand up with a tiny hop, right? We're gonna do that for 30 seconds. Ready, set, and go. Squat down, crawl out, get your body nice and straight and flat, bend down for your push-up. Now, if you need to put your knees down when you do your push-up, that's okay, right? The important thing is you get that full range of motion, right? So if I put my knees down, still get the benefit, pick my knees back up so I can crawl, get back up. And if you need to, you can even skip the push-up. Makes it a little bit easier. You can crawl out, right? And then just crawl back and do that little hop. All right, so that's 30 seconds. Last warm-up move that we're gonna do, we're going to do some snowboard hops, right? Snowboard hops are a lot like ski jumps, only I go forward and back as compared to ski jumps where you go side to side. So we're going for 30 seconds. I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see. Ready, set, and go. I'm starting to breathe a little bit. That's good. That's what a warm-up should do, right? You can shake out your arms if you want, right? Tiny hops, right? Make sure you have your feet underneath you. And they're pretty close together. You can see that when I turn, right? My feet pretty close, right? A few more seconds. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and that's time. All right. We're all done with our warm-ups. Let's get ready for the regular part of the class. All right, so we're gonna just do some basic kicks we've done before, but we're gonna do again. As you practice your kicks, you keep sharpening that, so keep getting a little bit better, a little bit better. Be brilliant in the basics, right? And part of that comes from just repetitions, and part of it comes from intention. As you're kicking, have a goal, right? You get to pick the goal. You're a higher belt now. You're not a beginner. Maybe it's keeping your hands up. Maybe it's kicking high. Whatever it is, think about it. Do it for your kick, probably on both legs, right? So we're starting off with the front kick. We're doing 10 each side. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and switch. Again, keep that goal in mind. Stay focused on that one thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're switching up. We're going to axe kick. Same basic concept. Pick a goal. What's it going to be? Maybe it's hands up. Maybe it's speed. Maybe it's recovery. Whatever it is, work on it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch your legs, same idea, probably the same goal. You do have the option of changing goals if you have one leg that's a lot better than the other. But for an axe kick, usually it's the same goal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're switching up. We're going to roundhouse kick. Think of your goal. Is it turning your base foot? Is it pointing your kicking foot? Hands up, turning, speed, power, whatever it is. Have your goal, stick with it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, switching our legs. If you're not sure what your goal is on one of these kicks, it's a great thing to ask an instructor about. Be like, hey, what do I need to work on next on this kick? And then, remember, you've probably been told in the class, like, hey, I'm looking for you to point your toes, but sometimes you forget. So ask, be like, what do I need to do to improve? And then work on it. Here we go. Other side, roundhouse kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're switching legs. Coming up on lead leg side kick. Lots of things you could pick from. Which way do I point my back foot? Which way do I point my kicking foot? How do I chamber? Where do my hands go? Where are my eyes? Where's my shoulder? Lots of things. Think about one of them. Maybe it's something you've heard about in class recently. Let's get it better. Ready? 1, 2. Maybe it's just kicking faster. 3. Sometimes that's the case. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, other side, same idea. Make sure you stick with your goal. Think about it. What am I going to work on? If you don't think of it immediately, it's okay. Pause this and then go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so those are the beginner kicks. Those should be pretty easy. Hop step kicks are next. Going with a goal. I'm going to do these sideways. I think it's better to get a point of view of sideways on these kicks. Remember that. Together kick, right? Maybe that's your goal. If not, pick the right thing for you. Kick fast. What did he say to me last time I was in class? Let's do that thing. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we switch our legs. Same thing, same kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 5 down, 1 more to go. You got hop, step, roundhouse kick. When you do your hop, step, roundhouse, think, what's my goal? Am I turning my foot? Am I pointing my toes? Am I checking my shoulder? Am I kicking high? Am I kicking fast? Pick the right one for you. 10 on each side. Then we get to move on to the next challenge. Whew. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we switch. Same thing, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so 120 kicks down. That's pretty easy. If you have one of those kicks that you're like, hey, you know what? I don't think I felt like I hit my goal there. Pause this. Go ahead and do it. Otherwise, we're going to go on to our next challenge. Let's get started working on some control with our kicks today. Right now, to do this, you're going to want to have a chair, preferably a chair without any kind of an arm on it is best, right? And rolling chairs will work, but they're harder than like a regular kind of old-fashioned chair, again, with no arms on it. And then you're going to take a pillow and you're going to stand it up in the chair, kind of like it was sitting in it, okay? And we're going to use this as a target for ourselves when we're doing roundhouse kick. Now, you're going to find that this is not very stable, right? And that's by design. We want you to be able to touch this without making it fall over, okay? So I can kick this, knock it down. That's not the point. It's easy to do that. It's probably easy for you, right? But what we want to be able to do is kick it gently and not knock it down, okay? So I'm going to tap and I'm going to come back. Now the other thing that we're looking for when you do this kick is that you feel the point of contact right where you tie your shoelaces, right? So if you're kicking and you feel it on your toes, you know that's no good, right? You want to hit with the top of your foot. All right, so I'm going to do my roundhouse kick. I'm going to tap it, and I'm going to come back, okay? So we're going to do 10 of these together, right? Set yourself up, nice and gentle. Control is the key here. Ready? 1, tap, and come back. 2, tap, and come back. 3, tap, and come back. 4, now you want to make sure you're still turning your body. 5, because when you turn your body, 6, it lets you have power, but we're just controlling it. 7, we want power under control. 8, and back. 9, and back. And 10. Okay, so that's kind of the first round. That's pretty easy. We're just going to switch to do the other leg. If you can move the chair easily, you just turn around. If for some reason you can't move the chair, you can walk to the other side of the chair and do your kicks. But for me, it's pretty easy to turn the chair, so I'm just going to turn it. Do my roundhouse kick with my other leg, right? Let's go together. Ready? 1, tap it, and come back, right? 2. Now you might feel like, oh man, the pad might fall over. Again, that's the point. If you tap it lightly enough, it doesn't fall over. 3, 4, close. 5, hit with the top of your foot, remember? 6, good control. 7, good control. 8, good control. 9, and 10. Okay, so again, the key thing here is when I'm kicking, hitting with the top of my foot. So now we've gotten through kind of level 2, right, where we did the other side. I'm going to turn the chair back around. I'm going to be set up to kick. This time, what we're going to do is what's called a double tap kick. When you do a double tap kick, you kick 2 times without putting your foot down. It looks like this. I come up, tap, tap. Right now, I'm going to do this with kind of out the chair in the way. When I do it, my knee doesn't really move, right? It comes up and then it stays pretty still as I do those 2 taps. That's one of the things we're looking for from you as you do your kick, right? You don't want to do like kick, swing, kick. That's not what we're doing right now. We're working on control over our body, trying to be gentle. Plenty of times where we work on kicking fast. Plenty of times where we're going to be able to work on kicking hard. That's not today. Today, kicking soft. All right, so here we go. Double tap, 1, tap, tap. Oh, and you can see it's harder for me to control it. It's probably harder for you to control it, right? If you need to take a minute, stop. Ready, 2, right? Get it set up properly. If it moves out of position, you can stand it back up. 3, tap, tap. And again, feel it right where you tie your shoelaces. 4, tap, tap. Yeah, I don't like that first one. The first one I kind of missed on, so I went for an extra tap. Ready, 5, tap, tap, and come back. 6, tap, tap. 7, tap, tap. Now as you do this, keep going by the way, 8, you're gonna feel the muscles in the side of your leg feel like, hey, I'm doing something, I know. We're working on strengthening those muscles that we used to kick higher actually. And 10, because this muscle over here, it pulls my leg up when I do a roundhouse kick. All right, next turn. We turn the chair again, kick with our other leg, again doing double tap. Now, if you feel like, Sensei Jeff, this is too easy for me. I want to try something harder, do 3 taps. Try 4 taps, right? For now, I'm going to keep it at 2 taps, but you can challenge yourself if you feel like, yeah, I'm feeling ready to go. I want to do 20 taps. Oh, good luck on 20 taps. That's going to take a while, right? Here we go. Double tap for me. Ready? 1. And again, you can do 3 taps. That's a good way to challenge yourself. 2, 3, just like that. Kick. 1, 2. Woo! Started bouncing around on me. It's going to happen. Part of the process. Better to learn that kicking a pillow than kicking your partner. Whoa, almost lost it. And again, if it falls over for some reason, like that time I kicked it a little bit hard, starts to get out of position, you can always stop and fix it and get back in here. Tap, tap. Oh, bad kick, right? You're gonna have bad ones, I'm gonna have bad ones. Tap, tap. Hopefully I don't have many bad ones. Again, tap, tap. Good control, again. Tap, tap. Again, tap, tap. One more, and tap, tap. Whoa, last one was a bad one. A little bit too much power. That's okay. All right, so you can practice that as much as you'd like. For us, we're gonna keep moving on to the next part of class. As we wrap up our discussion on generosity, today I really want to focus on looking back on what we have done and then preparing to carry some of those characteristics going forward. So we talked about what it meant to be generous and how we share our time, our treasures, and our talents with other people without expecting anything in return. And then we spoke specifically about how we should be generous with our time and with our treasures and with our talents with people who we live with, right? Kind of our nuclear family, the people who we see every day, right? And we should try and bring a little bit of joy to their life, right? So I want you to think for a minute of what's something that you're going to continue to do to bring joy and to show generosity to the people that you live with. If you need to take a minute, pause, but otherwise we're going to keep moving on. So those people are very important. We want to make that part of our daily routine, not the, well, I'm going to do this occasionally, but this is who I am. I'm going to make my family have a better day, right? Then we talked about our more extended family, right? People like uncles, grandparents, cousins who, maybe they don't live with us, but they're still our family, and how we should bring some joy to them as well, right? And share some moments, maybe take a video for grandma, right? Whatever it is. So I want you to think about what you're going to try and do, maybe not quite as often as you do for the people that live with you, right? But that you're going to do to bring some joy to them over the next little bit, right? Take a minute, think if you need to. And then finally, we talked about the other people that we really care about, right? That sometimes feel like family, but I guess they're not really family, right? Like our teachers, right? And people who do things for us a lot, right? And I want you to think about what we can do to bring a little bit of joy into their life over the next couple of weeks, right? Something that you can do somewhat routinely, right? Maybe including a nice note every once in a while, or drawing something for them or creating something for them, something to just kind of let other people, let them know how much you care, right? So take as much time as you need to think about those ideas. Otherwise, we're going to keep moving on with the rest of class. All right, folks, today we're going to be practicing kata kick by taking individual combinations in kata kick and doing them over and over and over again. Now, the two different major categories are either roundhouse kick, lead leg side kick, or roundhouse kick, back step side kick, right? So I'm going to give you a look at what those both look like. I set up in my fighting stance. If you're doing roundhouse kick, lead leg side kick, it goes like this. You do right leg roundhouse, you land close, you do right leg side kick, then you just turn around and you kick with the same leg again. Right leg roundhouse kick, right leg lead leg side kick, okay? So that's all right leg. Or you do roundhouse kick, back step side kick, where you're going to go roundhouse kick, back step side kick, turn around, and with your right leg again, right leg roundhouse kick, and right leg back step side kick. Whatever it is, it's the same leg the entire time. If you switch your legs in the middle, you know you made a mistake. It's right, or we'll do left as well, okay? For now, set up where you're going to kick only with your right leg. We're going to go for 1.5 minutes. When you're going, you can pick what you're getting better at. Maybe you're working on speed. Maybe you're keeping your hands up. Maybe you're going faster. Maybe you're going higher. Whatever it is, you're going for 1.5 minutes. Ready, set, and go. And you just keep kicking. And you do the same combination. You don't get bored and switch in the middle. It's the same thing the entire time. Right? It might get you a little bit dizzy. That's fine. It doesn't have to be super fast. If you're getting dizzy, slow down. If you're not getting dizzy, maybe you want to go faster. Right? Whatever it is, it's the same thing over and over and over again. For this one, my left leg barely does anything. Just kind of spins around, and that's okay. Right? Maybe you're going faster than me. Maybe you're kicking higher than me. I hope so. Right? I'm going kind of easy and slow. Right? Do the best that you can. Almost at a time. Keep practicing. Seconds. And that's time. Okay, so you get plenty of work in on one leg, but we got two. So we're going to do the same combination on the other side. If you did back step side kick, you should stick with back step side kick. If you did lead leg, you should stick with lead leg. I am going to mix it up because I want to demonstrate for the other group of people who maybe didn't get to see me do back step side kick, right? But you should do the same thing, right? So we're going for same thing you just did, not the same thing as me. All right, going for 1.5 minutes. Ready, set, go. And you can see, I'm not going fast right now, right? Maybe you should be going fast. That's okay, we're all picking our own challenge right now. The one thing we're doing is doing that same challenge over and over and over again. By the way, that wasn't my best one. I fell off balance. It's no good. I shouldn't be happy with that. I should keep practicing. Right? No matter how much you've practiced, you're still going to make mistakes sometimes. You just got to keep practicing so they become fewer and fewer. And that's time. All right, so good job working on kata kick. You can practice both those combinations if you want. Go back, rewind, do that over. Otherwise, we're gonna keep moving on to the next part of class. All right, today we're gonna be doing one of our brown belt conditioning challenges for April. We're gonna be doing this with more than brown belts. We're gonna let some of our lower belts do it today. We're just gonna modify our standards. This movement really only has two different things. It's got roll-ups and advanced kicking sprints. I'm gonna walk you through both pretty quick, and then we're gonna just get into actually doing it, right? So first of all, a roll-up. That's the one that's kind of challenging, right? I'm gonna show you a couple of different ways. So you're gonna start sitting down, right? Doesn't particularly matter how, just as long as your behind's on the ground. You're gonna roll back, and then you roll up onto just one knee. Don't go too far, don't go too little, just right, Goldilocks, right? The right position is when my hip or my behind is over my knee, right? So sometimes people only go this far because they're rushing, okay? And that's not what we want, okay? And then we also have sometimes people say, I have to stand all the way up, right? It's particularly bad for you if you're on a hard floor, right? I'm gonna show it to you one more time from the front so you can see how I keep switching my legs each time. So I start sitting down on the floor, I roll back, I come up on one knee, and then when I roll back, I switch to the other knee, just like that, okay? So that's how you do your roll-up, right? You're gonna be doing 20 or 25 of those, depending on what belt level you are. In addition to that, you're gonna be doing what we call advanced kicking sprints. If you know the fast way of doing this where you're jumping, great, do that. I don't want you to learn that from this video though. So you can just do the easy way where you're gonna alternate kicking one foot, the other foot, one foot, the other foot. The key thing you have to remember to do is always kick as high as your belt, right? If you're not wearing your belt, it's as high as your belly button, basically, okay? You're gonna alternate legs, 1, 2, 3, 4. So each individual kick counts as 1. Depending on your belt level, you're either gonna do 60 or 75, right? So those are the two different moves. After you do those kicking sprints, you're gonna do another set of roll-ups. Same number, 20 or 25. So in total, if you are a red belt or below, you're gonna do 20 roll-ups, then you're gonna do 60 kicks and 20 more roll-ups, and you're done with your first set. If you're a higher belt, brown belts, black belts, 25, 75, and then 25 more, okay? So that's what we're gonna do, right? Best of luck to you as we get started. All right, get yourself in a good position, all right? I'll do these first ones, do the first ones going towards you, might as well. All right, so sit on your behind. I'm gonna set my timer. On your mark, get set, and go. And get up, right? Now, I'm not gonna be aiming to go really fast today, right? So as you're doing these, if you can go faster than me, great. And I'm only doing the lower belt number, so I'm gonna do 20. If you have to do 25, do your 25, right? The key here, lift your behind up, lift your behind up. Full range of motion. Never let your head hit the floor. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, if the floor is too hard, this starts to hurt you, you can switch to doing either a sit-up or a leg raise, because I don't want you to hurt yourself. But you should be able to do this if you're on something like carpet, or mats, if you have a mat at home, right? Even if you put just a yoga mat on the floor. Some people have one of those that they can use. But again, we're gonna do 20 of these. Once we're done with 20, and I lost count because I was talking too much, so I'll just do one more. We're gonna get it and we're gonna start kicking, alternating legs, just like this. Now, if you're ahead of me, good. You're shooting for 60 or 75. If you're not ahead of me, finish your 20, whatever it is, we're gonna do 60. I'm gonna try and actually count a little bit now. Count quietly, not to confuse you. You can see I'm kicking pretty high. Doesn't have to be super high, pretty high. If you're done, get ready for roll-ups. If you're not, don't worry. Good, okay. I'm gonna start doing my roll-ups. 20 more, maybe it's 25 for you. Get in position, ready, set, go. I'm almost done. Hopefully you are too. Last one should be your best ones. All the way up. All the way up. All right, so if you're done, good, catch your breath. If you're not, keep going. Worst case scenario, you're taking a lot of time, you can always pause this. Now, one extra challenge I might give you, if you're really feeling feisty, so brown belt, you gotta do this twice, right? So you would pause, rest for a minute, and then go again. If you're not up for that, that's okay. But if you're a brown belt and you're like, hey, this year I wanna get my black belt, Sensei Jeff, I encourage you, pause, wait a minute, do that all over again one more time. But otherwise, we're gonna move on to the next part of class. For our final challenge today, we're gonna be using our pillow and chair again. So if you need to take a minute to set that back up, go ahead and do it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna be kicking with one of our legs. You don't have to switch in the middle of this. And we're gonna kick the pad and then kick over the pad, right? So it's gonna look like this. I kick the pad, I kick over the pad, I kick the pad, I kick over the pad. Now, the number of kicks you have to do is your age with a maximum of 10, right? So if you're 5, you do 5 of these. If you're 10, you do 10 of these. If you're 20, you do 10 of these, whatever it is. If you get to your number, any number between 1 to 10, however old you are, any 1-year-olds out there, good luck, you give yourself a point. If you get to 4 points 4 times up, you win. Good for you, right? If you want to spend some extra time, you're like, hey, you know what? I finished it, I have plenty of extra time. You can practice in the other leg if you want. You can keep going, but you got to get to 4 points before time is up, okay? And remember, it only counts if you kick the pad and kick over the pad, and it never falls down, and you never hit the chair, right? So again, look something like this. Kick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that was no good. 7, 8, 9. Whoa, 10. I made it, barely. Okay. So we're gonna have 2 minutes to make it. If you make it, good for you. If not, that's okay. You can always practice some more later. All right, on your mark, get set, and go. Kick the pad, over the pad. 4, 6, 8, and 10. Good. So I got 1 point. Maybe you're already ahead of me. Maybe you have 2 points. You need to get 4 before time's up. Go again. Whew. All right, I got 2 points. All right, how many do you have? I don't know. Once you get 4, you're done, you win. If you haven't gotten 4 yet, stay with it. I haven't gotten 4 yet. Good, all right, I got 3 points. We got over a minute left. Oh, I think I might make it. Man, I'm good enough to be a green belt. Man. Ooh, gotta fight for balance there. 6, oh, I'm losing it. Stepped on a crack. Lost, ooh. Good, okay, so I've gotten 4 points. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. If you're still working on it, still working on it. I'm gonna switch the other leg just because I like the challenge of doing the other leg. It's actually kind of my better leg, but that's okay. Right? So we're going kick the pad, kick over the pad. We still got about 30 seconds left. Good. Keep practicing. You can also make it harder if you want to do more, right? Maybe you were only doing 6, go for 10. Go for 11.5. If you're gonna have to count to 11.5, let me know. It's a weird number. I know one of my friends has been watching these videos with his girlfriend, and if he hears that number, hopefully he'll laugh. Couple more seconds. Oh, no more seconds. That's time. All right, everybody. Great job today. Look forward to seeing you in class really soon. Bye-bye.